In the comments, let us know what you think. We would greatly appreciate it. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And we'll see you on the next show. Kobe Bryant's parents selling his shit. What do you think about that? Now, we're finna delve into that story, but here's some things I was hearing about it. I watched Shannon Sharp on Nightclub, with him and Gilbert Arenas. Now, I understand both arguments. Gilbert Arenas is saying that, well, that's your family, and you should take care of them. If you're going to buy them a house, you don't buy them a $3 million, $5 million house if you can't afford the upkeep. You can't buy a Rolls Royce if you can't afford the $5,000 oil change or the tires that go on a Rolls Royce. I can't buy you a house you can't afford the upkeep on. I just can't. Kobe and his parents' deal comes from the fact they didn't like Vanessa. She was a video vixen, and, your kinfolk didn't like that. Before we delve into it, let's check out Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharp. Here it is.
Speaking of Kobe, Gil, you defended Kobe Bryant's parents for selling his championship ring. Gil, you said, you can't be mad at the parents on this one. They broke. They got no money. You can't be mad because they're selling the rings. The money wasn't left to them. They trying to eat. Kobe gave his father, Joe, his very first championship ring. Joe and Pamela didn't attend the couple's weddings. When Kobe married Vanessa, Kobe's parents did not attend the wedding in 2001. Over the years, there have been a brief reconciliation. We're documented, but that came to a halt in 2013. When you give and they take, that's what I said. Givers must put limits on what they give because takers will never put limits on what they take. This is what Kobe said. When you give, and they take. At what point do you draw the line in the sand? Kobe tweeted with hashtag hurt beyond measure, gave me no warning, and finally, love. Now, remember, they tried to hawk all this high school stuff. Mm-hmm. All the trophies and all the stuff. Gil. How much is us in our community? Somehow we feel that no matter what our parents do to us, no matter what some family member do to us, man, you got to be there. The hell with that. Mm-hmm. I know my mom had sold anything of mine. She ain't about to get nothing. Yeah. I hope she got $20 million for it because she never getting another dime from Shannon. Sister, brother, no, you're not finna do me like that. Just because you my blood, that should be more of a reason that I cut your ass off. Nah, I can't rock with Kobe parents. I don't know why.
Well, you said it, but what ends up happening is if you kick him out the house and you cut off the food supply, they got to eat, right? They have to
eat. I got a better question. Why did he cut your ass off to begin with?
Well, we can't actually go through that live, but let's say they had his best interest at heart.
No.
Yes.
And so, Gil,
they didn't.
How old is your oldest son?
17.
Okay. There's going to come a point in time that you're going to be 21, 23, 25, 27. At that point in time, he's going to be grown. You can say, son, I don't think bro, half the team done been with her. But if he love her, ain't ish you can say. At that point in time, my son got married. I think my son was 27, 28. Hey, I had a conversation with him. I said, hey, bro, what's going on? He's like, Dad, hey, I love her. I want to be with her. That's who I want to be with. I said, you sure? It's the happiest I've ever seen him. Take off with it.
But that's not how that works, right? This is actually the real life, how it hurts. Works. If the parents disagree, like, I don't think you should marry her, like, if you're young, you need a prenup, and the father who's been an NBA player before is giving his knowledge to his son, right?
Yeah.
Well, if his girlfriend knows the parents don't like him, what happens when they get married? What does the girlfriend stand, or the wife now stands? But that's the problem. It's not like they're saying, give it to me. They're saying that was their stance. So it's not like him and Kobe had a fallout. Vanessa is the one who's saying, They don't like me. Well, I don't like them. They can stay over there. They can't see the kid. It's her stance now because she's the wife.
Right.
So she is the one who put the bridge in between the two of them.
Yeah, trying to sell his stuff. Kobe Bryant's 2000 NBA championship ring, which he gifted to his dad, is up for auction. Kobe was dismayed in 2013 after he learned his parents were attempting to sell his treasured mementos, including his 2000 championship rings, a signed basketball from his Laker team, and his 1996 Pennsylvania high school championship ring, and his sweatsuits that he wore at Lower Marion, Pennsylvania high school. You recall his dad, Joe Jellybean Bryant. He's the one who was auctioning it off. I think at the time the ring was, last time I checked, 2 days ago, the ring was at 90-something thousand. They say that it's a replica ring, but it's still for Kobe. If you're a diehard Lakers fan, you'd love to have that in your possession. But what they say is that Jellybean sold the ring 11 years ago, and the current owner has it up for sale. Interesting. It's on the Golden Auctions website. They say what you're hearing is misleading. It's not Kobe's dad who's selling it. They say it's a one-of-a-kind ring. Comes with a letter of authenticity from Kobe's mom, Pamela Bryant. But the estrangement began when Kobe and his former Vanessa Lang, who was a 17-year-old student in Mariana High School, started dating. They don't like Kobe's wife. His parents were uneasy with their son's devotion to Vanessa and uncomfortable that she was not black. Do you care the race or ethnicity of your child's significant other, who they love? I don't. They wanted her to be black. What the old folks used to say: if she can't use my comb, don't bring her home. I don't care. I have no children, so it's probably easier for me to say. But I don't care that you are in love with this girl. Everyone loves who they love. You know, the heart wants what the heart wants. They say that Kobe and Vanessa moved from Pacific Palisades to Newport Coast, closer to where Vanessa's family was rooted in Orange County. 2 months after the wedding, Kobe won his second championship with the Lakers, and he cried as he clutched the trophy in the shower later saying, "That was about my dad." She, Vanessa, didn't let the parents speak at the funeral. Ain't gave him no money. You know, her mom had sued her for $5 million because Kobe had bought her a house and let her stay in the house. When Kobe died, she kicked her own mama out. What the fuck she gonna do for your mama? But what did Kobe tell her about his relationship with his parents? Kobe died in his 40s. He was still a young man. Shit changes. Let me tell you a little story. My real dad, my mom married my stepdad when I was 5. So that's my dad. My father, Edward Shackelford. I remember some years ago when I had been younger. I can't really remember when he died. But some years earlier, I was in my 30s, I believe. Me and my brother and my cousin, because my cousin's mom and my dad were brother and sister. I had told him, you know, I really didn't give a fuck if Shaq died. I probably wouldn't even go to the funeral. That had been like 20 years earlier. And Kobe probably told Vanessa the same thing. Oh, y'all don't fuck with my parents, this, that, and the third. But as you get older, you change. In my case, I went home for my grandmother's funeral. I had got to Gary, Indiana, and went to White Castles. If you're from the 219, I was only over on the one on 13th and Broadway, across from the police station, for those of you who know. And I had just touched down. I only been here like 45 minutes to drive from Midway Airport in Chicago to Gary. My sister and I stopped at White Castles. Starting to get dusk out, getting dark. And as we walked out and was headed to the car, I heard someone yell, "Gregory." I turned around and looked because I hadn't been home in 2 or 3 years. And now all of a sudden, someone's calling my name. So I look around, I see somebody waving from the car. Tell my sister, hold on, I walk over. It's my real dad, my real father, Edward Shackleford. And I walk up and say, man, how the hell did you know that was me, man? It's dark out here. I ain't been home in a minute. I don't know when the last time I seen you. He said, well, you my child. I know what my child looks like. Because I had told him when I was 15 or 16 once, I used to cuss him out and some more shit. He had remarried, was taking care of some woman and her 3 or 4 kids. But my stepdad was my dad to me. And so we talked for a minute. I told him, well, you know, I'm home for Big Mom's funeral. He said, well, after the funeral, stop by my house and see me. So after the funeral the next day, my sister and I are driving home, and I'm driving past this street. And I decided, I'm not going to go by there. But I heard my grandmother in my head say, baby, be a man of your word. You told him you would come. So I told my sister, okay, I got one more thing to do. We U-turned and went to his house. We sat there and talked for like 45 minutes to an hour. Because when I was in my teens, I told him, that's okay. When you get old, before you die, you'll be apologizing. He said, boy, I don't know what you talking about, Woodoo. I just talked to him bad. And so I get there, we get to talking. And, of course, he apologized. I'm in my 40s. And come to find out, all the books he had in his library, I had read half them damn books. We decided at that point that we were going to fix our relationship. So I gave him my email and phone number. He gave me his. And a month later, he died. I say all that to say this. My brother and my cousin went home for his funeral. Niggas didn't even give me the decency to tell me the man had fucking died. Because my brother said, well, when I got back to Gary, because my mom called me. She said, well, you know that Shaq died, right? I said, no. She said, Stevie and Ed are here. I get home, I ask my brother, so why didn't you tell me he died? He said, because you told me you didn't give a fuck and you wouldn't come to the funeral. Nigga, that was 20 years ago. Then I told you that. In my 30s, late 20s, 30s. I'm in my mid 40s. But even if I wasn't going to go, you didn't have the wherewithal to tell me the man died? So you don't know what Kobe had told Vanessa about his parents. Would Kobe have changed his thoughts on his parents as he got older? Perhaps. Because you're a parent yourself now. You understand different things. I understood different things of why my parents perhaps got divorced or whatever. Back to Kobe. When Lower Marion High, I'm saying that to say this. You may say one thing about your parent, but as you get older, things change. And for someone else to hold what you said 10, 20, 30, 40 fucking years ago about that person and don't think that at any point you changed what you thought, you're a sorry motherfucker, mine. Still call the person, hey, I know, you don't cut for the old man, but he died. And let that person decide what the fuck it is they want to do. When Lower Marion High retired Kobe's number in 2002, his parents sat in one section of the bleachers while Vanessa sat in another. For Kobe's part, he acknowledged that his priorities had changed. Priorities changed. even though he wished his parents were a part of his life. He said, I think a lot of it's just natural. I'm sure it's tough on any parent when their child grows up and starts stepping into their own. Your parents didn't like your wife. They saw something you couldn't see. I've dumped a gang of chicks my mama didn't like. Well, Gregory, I don't like her because woo-da. Okay, chick, you got to go. Later in April of 2003, his interview with the Times' Bill Plansky, he said he missed his dad. It's not about basketball. It's about having somebody to go to a ball game with. It's about having somebody to hang out with. That's what I miss. That's what Kobe said. At times, it appeared, Kobe and his parents made attempts at reconciliation, although the 2013 auction episode marked another low point. His parents didn't attend his final game in April of 2016. He said their relationship was shit, is what he told ESPN. But you heard what Shannon Sharpe and Gilbert Arenas was going back and forth about. See, my people told me that the person that can hurt you most is a family member because they know which buttons to push on your ass because they've known you since you were a child. And a lot of relatives, siblings, parents, grandparents, cousins, whatever, take advantage of a relationship that an outside person cannot. When you make it big in the NFL or the NBA, they say, we made it. You make it big as a singer or rapper, they say, we made it. They figured they was there for you when you was struggling, trying to come up, didn't buy your shit, didn't support your shit. But, when you made it, that's my kinfolk. That's why I never promote my video to family or friends. I grow my shit organically. I don't even tell my people I got a podcast. Kathy Hughes' son said that. Kathy Hughes owns TV One and Radio One. When I was in broadcasting school, he said that. I think his name was Lester or Leonard or whatever. He said that. Don't promote your shit to your people. Soon as you blow up, your people gonna tell everybody that they was there with you from the beginning. These people ain't never watched your fucking show. Now, here's what a creator Never Stop with Sherry had to say about Kobe and his parents. Check her out.
So this week, people are really upset at Kobe Bryant's parents, but Kobe didn't leave his parents any of that $600 million. He left his money to his wife and his children, rightfully so, but he did not leave any money to his parents. This week, people are upset because his parents are once again trying to auction off his property. His father had a replica of the 2000 championship ring that Kobe won. Kobe actually had one made for him, and that is what they are trying to sell. Right now, the bid is up to $94,000, and people are mad. But I just wonder why people are always so angry at Kobe's parents, yet not holding that same animosity for Vanessa Bryant's mother, who literally has gone back and tried to sue Vanessa Bryant since Kobe has passed away for babysitting her very own grandchildren. Sounds like to me Kobe let his mother-in-law live in his houses for free, took her at all kinds of special events that he did not even take his own mother or father that were responsible for him to become the man, the champion that he became. Instead, he treated Vanessa's mother that way. And when Kobe passed away, she turned around and sued her own daughter for $5 million, a house, and a damn Mercedes Benz. Yet people have all this indictment for Kobe's parents who weren't left anything at all. Vanessa Bryant has settled with her mother. No one knows the terms of the settlement, but more than likely she has given her mother some cash money, or property. Where here Kobe's parents, only have their son's legacy to really depend on. So, like Gilbert Arenas says and other people are saying, if these people need the money and Vanessa Bryant is not going to step up and help her husband's family, even at the funeral, did not have these people speak on behalf of their son, of their son, then guess what? You have to have your son in your heart and survive in this world the best way you can. You raised him. He was your son. You don't need that ring to remember your baby. Have a great day.
4 years after the helicopter crashed that Kobe and his daughter Gianna and 7 others were taken from Orange County to his Thousand Oaks Mamba Academy crashed in the Santa Monica Mountains, unaliving everyone aboard, the ring is back on the market. So if you bought your people a home, can they afford the upkeep? Do they keep coming back to you for more money, more resources? Do you just cut them a check and that's it? If I bought you a $3 or $5 million home, because Kobe was worth millions, almost a billionaire, can you afford to pay the upkeep on the home? The grass needs to be cut. How much is that damn water bill? Anything goes wrong with the house, the insurance, property taxes. Can you afford the upkeep? Yeah, you got $500,000 to buy a Rolls Royce. Can you afford the upkeep on a Rolls Royce? A story in March 22, 2024, said that Joe Jellybean Bryant was auctioning the NBA championship ring that his son Kobe had gifted him. Again, he sold that shit in 2013, so the new owner is auctioning the ring. However, Joe and Pamela Bryant provided a statement saying, "We want to make it unequivocally clear that we have no involvement in the sale of our son's 2000 championship ring." They were selling a lot of other paraphernalia that Kobe owned, trying to survive. Vanessa don't get along with her own mama. Damn sure don't care about Kobe's parents. And then again, what was Kobe telling her during pillow talk? It's sad. Didn't even let these people speak at their son's funeral. But that you don't know what Kobe told her about his parents. What would you have done? Would you, as Vanessa Bryant after Kobe died, would you have allowed his parents to speak about their child? Chick, he met your ass years later. And there's nothing you could do about Kobe's money because it's not like Jellybean Bryant bequeathed him money like that. Kobe owned his own money. Gilbert Arenas said it best. Shannon Sharp said it best. If you want to go in the backyard, dump all your money on the grass and set it on fire, that's your business. Now, if Jellybean had left him some kind of business or whatever, and then she had to sign a prenup in order for Kobe to access the money, that's a different story. That was Kobe's money to do what he wanted to do. Ken Golden, who owns Golden Auctions, did not respond to inquiries. And on last Friday, after numerous news outlets had reported for days that Kobe's parents were selling the ring, he posted on Twitter, "For the record, this amazing ring was originally sold in 2013. Our consignor is the owner of the ring, not Joe Bryant. So they're not selling the ring. The guy who owns it now. His identity hasn't been made public. Ring was put up for sale on March 9th. The initial bid was $33,000. And right before I came on, I looked it up. 18 bids later, it's up to $141,000, maybe more than that by the time you see this broadcast. The bidding ends March 30th if you'd like to get in on it. Here's some more of Gilbert Arenas and Uncle Shannon Sharp talking about Kobe's parent selling his ring. Check it out.
Because she's the wife.
Right.
So she is the one who put the bridge in between the two of them.
Well, don't you should factor that in. Factor that in. Man, I'm being a jerk to this girl. What if this is my son? What if this is my son's wife and they have kids? How am I gonna see the grandbabies? What person you know, you can give them your ass to kiss. And when they get into an advantageous situation, now all of a sudden you want them to be nice. You want to be nice to them. They're gonna turn around and give you their ass to kiss.
But again, you don't have to. You got to factor in that you thought these two parents was gonna think their son would just pick a woman over them. You didn't. You don't factor that in. You're just being parents.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
A son is a son until he takes a wife. A daughter is a daughter for life. Don't you forget that, Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah,
you remember that? Okay. So you know what I don't know how, but the Bible says when a man chooses a wife, that is now his home.
But this is before the wife. This is before she's a wife.
He's in the process of it.
They're giving their father and parent advice.
Okay, so he didn't take it.
No, he didn't take it.
You can't be mad at him. It's just like you give your son advice. Hey, son, you need to go and get them shots up now. You need 500. He do 250. You can, son. I'm telling you now. You take the 500. It's going to greatly increase your chances of being what you want to be. You want to be the number one recruit in 2026. That's what you're going to need to do. You need to get up and get this run in. You need to eat like this. You can give him all the advice that you want, but you can't want something for your child more than they want it for themselves. He wanted Vanessa more than he wanted the advice from his parents. You can't be mad.
No, who said they're mad? They're not mad. There's nothing to be mad about. You chose her. Oh, cool. We here living, but we got to live.
Back in the day, Kobe took his parents to court saying he never granted them permission to sell the items. Pamela Bryant said in a court filing that she planned to purchase a Nevada home with the $450,000 advance she received. The lawyers worked out a settlement, allowing Kobe's parents to auction 6 items of memorabilia, totaling $500,000. And they had to issue a public apology. It's sad. Wasn't the first or last skirmish between Kobe and his parents. It's just sad. They said Kobe used to enjoy a close relationship with his parents and his 2 older sisters growing up in Italy, where his father played professionally for 8 seasons after his 8-year NBA career.
It's your boy Rich Ones. Listen, Kobe Bryant's parents, I ain't mad at them. And I know this ain't my family. These aren't my parents. You know, I'm not Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? But just everybody in the world right now that's a fan of Kobe Bryant seems to be upset because his parents are supposed to be selling, you know, his memorabilia, you know, trophies, rings, things like that. To me, it sounds like they're trying to survive. And self-preservation, you know, that comes first. Survival, these are just materialistic things, you know. But what I really want to get at is this, you know. When Kobe and Vanessa first got together, his parents didn't approve of the marriage. They didn't even attend the wedding. They didn't even come. You know, and so when you think about it, you say, well, dang, you know, Kobe had a big estate. You know, Kobe was almost probably a billionaire, right? And I ain't trying to count his pockets. I'm just trying to make a point. Kobe was probably damn near a billionaire, right? Why isn't his wife giving them anything, you know, to keep them up financially and keep them straight? But like I said, they didn't attend the wedding. You know what I mean? They probably didn't approve of the marriage. And, you know, Vanessa held that in over the years. I'm not knocking her for that. You know what I mean? Like, I can honestly say, if I'm not your immediate child, you know, and you've in-laws, you know, and you treated me as I feel with disrespect or, you know, something like that, then yeah, it's going to be hard for you to get something out of me. You know, it's going to really be hard. But this is what I want to say, because I heard Shannon Sharp and Gilbert Arenas saying that, you know, Shannon Sharp specifically said if his mama sold his merchandise, he would cut her off and never have nothing else to do with her again. Man, you sound crazy, man. You sound absolutely insane, Shannon Sharp, for saying something like that. And if y'all, I saw it on Academics Post. Academics posted and Shannon Sharp specifically said he'll cut his mama off because it, you know, you knew how hard it took for me to get those trophies and blah, blah, blah. Just because they sold it. If they sold something that belonged to him, he will cut them off. Man, you sound crazy. Listen, this is the thing that I want to say, because what they was touching on is that at some point, even with your parents, you got to cut them off, or you got to, because a giver, has to have his limit, but a taker doesn't have his limits. This is what he said. Think about this. When you was young, you know what I mean? When you was young and you constantly went to your parents for things, and they spoiled you, or they went out or they went out of their way to give you things, you know what I mean, that were hard to come by at the time. They still went and got them things. When you making them become wealthy, it ain't supposed to be nothing in the world that you can afford that you supposed to deny your parents of. You supposed to spoil your parents. If you had good parents that put you through high school, put you through college, got you into, some type of entertainment, professional sports or whatever, and you made it big, you're supposed to spoil your parents. That's my way of thinking. I wish my mother was still living, so if I ever made it big and had millions and millions of dollars, I could just spoil it. It wouldn't be nothing that she could ask me that I wouldn't provide for. She could come tomorrow and get 10,000, the next day get 10,000. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking to see, is this hurting me financially? But if I got it, that ain't nothing. Yeah, what you want? How many Benzes do you want? Huh? You got 5. You want another one? That's my mama. She spoiled me. I'ma spoil her. So in that regard, I disagree with Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? I didn't really hear Gilbert Arenas chime in, but Shannon was making it clear, like, you know what I mean? He cut his family off, and apparently he looked for reasons to cut people off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel that way, but as I do feel like, if you got that paper, man, and your parents was good to you and they took care of you, you're supposed to make sure they straight, If they got to sell merchandise that belong to him to survive, then that's what it is. Because trust me, if I'm fucked up and she ain't giving me nothing, my daughter-in-law, the wife of my son, and she ain't giving me shit, man, all that shit'll get sold. I sell every damn thing and every damn thing. I'm not finna be struggling and starving and I know I can get some money right here. Nah, I'm finna sell all that shit. It is what it is. Oh, you don't want to give me no paper? Cool, it ain't personal. It ain't even no revenge. It's just common sense. That shit'll be sold. This your boy Rich One's love.
What do you think? Do you think Kobe should have taken care of his parents, provided them with a home and whatnot? Where's Jelly Bean's money? He had an NBA career, even though he wasn't pulling down what Kobe was pulling down. So in terms of money and endorsements and whatnot, But would you take care of your parents no matter what? I would. My parents did a lot for me growing up. They sacrificed so I could have. They put me in positions to find out what I wanted to do in my life. What do you think Kobe learned to play basketball? From his old man. Would you have attended the wedding? Say the parents didn't attend, Pamela and Jelly Bean. Didn't go to the boys' wedding. I would have been there. Because all that shit means nothing to me. My relationship with my kid, again, I have no children. I made that decision when I was 16. I didn't want kids. So there's that. That's another story I'll tell you about. But I would have told him, son, I'm not on board with you marrying this girl. But I'll be at your wedding to support you because I love you. Those are your decisions to make as a grown-ass man. I raised you to be a grown man. This chick is a video chick. I don't know how many niggas done smashed and how many niggas done ran through her. And I just don't think she's right for you. But I've stated my concerns. I told you how I feel. I'll be at the wedding. And I'll go out of my way to build a relationship with your wife. Because maybe I'm wrong. That's what my old man taught me. You sitting here yelling and screaming at somebody. Be a man. When you get through saying your part, shut the fuck up and let them talk. Because maybe, nigga, just maybe, you're wrong. Did she love Kobe? I believe she did. You're judging her for some shit she done in her past. Did you try to actually get to know her? I don't know. I would have been at my son's wedding. Let me know what you think. Give us your input. Would you have been at the wedding? Would you have sold Kobe's paraphernalia, or would you have held on to it as a memory, or is the memory of him just in your heart because that's your child? He's a part of you. I can only imagine how my best friend's parents feel. Come May, Parrish will have been gone 3 years, I believe. 21, 22, 23. Shit, it's almost 4 years, it seems. Well, about 3. My best friend died. He's 10 years younger than me. I think it came from the arm ticket when they were pushing that, because he took that 3 times, maybe the booster shot. But I met his dad first, and I can only imagine how Tom feels that Parrish is gone. Parrish was 51 years old. Let us know in the comments, what do you think? Would you have attended the wedding of your child? Or would you have stayed at home? Would you have sold your child's paraphernalia that he busted his ass for to acquire throughout his lifetime? Kobe went early. Kobe went young. Not like he died at 60, 70 years old. Kobe was in his 40s, early to mid 40s. That's a blow for a parent. Again, I have no children, but I can only imagine. You're not supposed to bury your children. I know that shit. What would you have done? Please put that in the comment. I'm very interested to know. What the fuck would you have done if it had been your child? Would you have auctioned off or sold off this man's shit? Would you reach out and try to have a better relationship with your remaining grandchildren? What would you have done? Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And we thank you for your support. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby. Bruno Mars is $50 million gambling debt. MGM said a nigga don't owe no